Please include that information. I was just there. I just walked. I was just in your store, ma'am. If you're going to talk to your manager, tell your manager the truth. I was just in the store, and I gave my guys my credit card in front of your staff and team member, and I walked off. Don't say that I'm not there with no ID. You can pull up the cameras. I was there 5 minutes ago. This is completely unnecessary, what you're doing right now. I'm not answering what? Ma'am, should I have the CEO of Home Depot to call you tomorrow? Because he's my neighbor. He's my neighbor in Atlanta. You want me to get the CEO of Home Depot to call you and tell you that this is unnecessary, what you're doing?
Yeah, my manager said that's fine.
Okay, tell your manager I was just in the store. Do you want to tell him that part?
He can hear you.
Okay, manager, what is his name?
Carlos.
Carlos. What's his last name?
That's not necessary.
What?
You work in Home Depot. You work in a public place. You're asking me for my first and last name. I'm giving it to you. Tyrese Gibson, and those guys are my designers and builders, and I was just in your store 5 minutes ago. And you're on the phone with me asking for ID, and you're talking to the ID. I was just in your store. I understand policy, but you know you're being extra right now. Excuse me? This is Tyrese Gibson. I was just in your store. Okay, what is his last name? Store policy. Okay, what is your name? What is your name?
My name's Aurelie.
Aurelie?
Yep, Aurelie.
And what's your last name?
I'm not giving you my last name.
I've never heard that before.
Okay, I like your bangs. You have a good night.
You as well.
All right, Karen.
I'll go back.
Okay, Karen, take care.
I think you be sure wherever I have a car.
Thanks, Karen. What time do they close, Manuel?
What time? Excuse me. What time you close the store? What time you close the store? 10 o'clock.
Two candy bars. Got it. He scanned it. Yeah. And I said, hey man, they're gonna finish the rest of the transaction. They got my credit card, and I left. Okay. I did not pay for my two candy bars.
Why you left your credit card to that person?
What them? I was just here with them, and this man just seen me. He scanned. Hold on, let me finish. He scanned my two candy bars. I looked him in his face. They were finishing up the transaction, and I walked out of your store with two candy bars and no ID, and I didn't swipe my card to pay for it. And he let me leave. So then, as I left, sir, they're now here to finish the transaction because irregardless of who I am, I don't like getting attention. And I just started seeing people looking. I was like, let me go ahead and work my way out. They've been coming in and working with me. They work with me. I don't treat anybody less than. I treat everybody with respect. They've been working with me for 10 years. I have not been in this store in probably 6 years. So I'm asking the supervisor, who won't give me her last name, what is the store policy that you have in place that you're supposed to implement where I'm able to scan two candy bars and walk outside without my ID and without paying for it? And he let me leave. And I'm calling you on FaceTime to say if you have an ID problem and I don't have a pro account, you're looking at me on FaceTime. I'm telling you, and you're saying the policy is not to come in here and show my ID. So why did your coworker let me leave with two candy bars and no ID and I didn't swipe the credit card? If that's your policy, that's what I'm asking. I don't have a racist bone in my body. And you know you got that racist energy all over you because you're not even willing to apologize, fix it, and point out the inconsistencies of what you know and your training and what the policies are. You're wrong. You're wrong, and I want your full name, and I'm going to reach out to the people who own this place, the CEO of Home Depot is my neighbor in Atlanta. Okay? So you don't have to give me your name. I'll figure it out. This is wrong. And people should not be treated this way. And if you got a policy and you reflect the policy of this place, then the policy should be consistent with everybody that works here. Okay? You don't care, right? Because you don't. He cares. That's why he came out. You're wrong. And I came here to tell you you're wrong, and you're not even willing to apologize.